You were mentioning evidence-based and data. What are you both doing in your respective roles, Commissioner Riley and Commissioner Santiago, to ensure that the funding that we're providing districts, the programs that we're supporting, are programs that are demonstrating success for our students? And what do you see moving forward in terms of things that you're willing to tweak and call out on to ensure that we're delivering on, the promise of all students in the state?
So we were, it was serendipity. It was luck more than anything. I would say that we were finally able to fix our funding formula through something called the Student Opportunity Act. And that happened prior to the pandemic. And when we did that, we said, okay, you're going to get some extra money, but this is what we want you to spend it on. And we laid out like 17 evidence-based programs that we thought were important. High quality curriculum materials, diversifying the teacher corps, acceleration academies, early college, things that we know work. That's what we want you to spend your dollars on. And so when the pandemic came and now all this federal money is rushing in, we kind of had the template by which to give districts to say, this is how we want you to spend your money. Do it in a way that's actually going to be impactful going forward. Because the worst thing that could be happening is 5-7 years from now, we look back and say, we had all this money, we had this opportunity to change education, get better results for kids, and we didn't do it. So I think we've given people kind of a roadmap, if you will, for how to get it done. But now the question is, to Commissioner Santiago's point, how do we execute on it?
And I think I would just add to the question. It's kind of a different related point, which is, we have to change the cultures in which we operate. This equity agenda that we've moved forward, people will ask me, particularly from other states, so what is it that you're doing that may be different from, Lumen has designated 5 states to be states where equity is a top priority. We are the 5th to be included in that group. So I'm often asked by my counterparts, so, what is it that you're doing that's different from what we're doing in Colorado or Tennessee or Virginia or Oregon? And I say a few things. One is we are doing it as a system of public institutions. With different missions, with different boards, obviously local boards, but as a system, we're doing it at a broader scale, which I think is important. We're very intentional and we're very focused. We have had in the last 2 years the biggest growth, and it goes sometimes understated, the biggest growth in financial aid that the Commonwealth has seen in 30 years. And this is done because there's been a lot of issues focused on affordability. We took that increase, which is about $20 million, and we took it and we said, a third of our financial aid goes to private institutions, but we're going to take this $20 million and we're going to target public community colleges and low-income students in public community colleges. We're not going to spread it. We're going to focus it on the groups that we think that really need financial aid to go to college and remain in college. So we've been very steadfast about that. But what I tell our campuses, and a number of presidents are on the screen, is we need to begin looking differently at students, not in terms of does the student meet this bar. For example, the remediation, a lot of the students in community colleges, their average age is 26. They haven't been in high school for a while. For them to come in and take a test in mathematics is something that they don't expect to need to do. But rather than looking at whether students have met a particular bar, we've turned that around and said, have our institutions of higher education, are they ready? Are they prepared for a changing student body? If you admit a student, my view is you're responsible for helping that student get through. And many of those students that we have are first generation students who don't have the information in the household of someone who's gone to college and can help guide them through a really tough process. It is not just automatic that everybody knows all the things you need to do. I mean, for those of you that are parents that have helped your college going children on a FAFSA form, you almost need a degree just to understand how to do that. So I think it is a cultural change. And in the department, we have also changed how we look at students and how we focus our policies on supporting students, not on serving as obstacles for students, but rather how are our policies really focusing on benefiting students?
Thank you both. And I could not agree more with you, Commissioner Santiago. I was that student not too long ago, though I feel like I'm getting old, where I was asking my brother how to fill out a FAFSA form. Both of my parents were Spanish speaking, right? Although educated in their country of origin, did not understand the higher ed process in the state. So I think sometimes we take for granted just the fact that certain people lack the information. Forget resources and, just the knowledge of what it takes to get there and how you make the decision to go to college and all that comes with that.